We're going to do a little bit of a study today of 2 Peter chapter 1, verses 5 through 7. Now, first I'm going to read them to you, and then I'm going to get into the nitty-gritty of what all these words mean. It says, giving all diligence, add to your faith virtue, and to your virtue knowledge, to knowledge temperance, and to temperance patience, and to patience godliness, and to godliness brotherly kindness, and to brotherly kindness charity. Now, what do all these words mean? I'm glad you asked. You know, if you don't have a Strong's Concordance, you really should get one. It's very informative as to what all these words mean. So let's get into it. What is virtue? Now, this one surprised me. This is Strong's number 703. It means manliness. Did you know that? Virtue, first of all, means manliness in valor. It's, for instance, excellence, intrinsic or attributed. So virtue is excellence. It's translated, the word number 703 is translated praise or virtue. And the next word we're going to look at is knowledge. This is Strong's number 1108, which comes from Strong's 1097, which means allow, be aware of, feel, have knowledge, perceive, be resolved. I like this one. Be sure to understand. Now, number 1108 is translated, this is interesting, it's translated knowledge. It's also translated science. That Greek word that's translated knowledge is translated science. Isn't that interesting? The next word we're going to look at is temperance. That's an old word. The Strong's is number 1466, but it's from 1468. You know, the Greek words, it's different tenses and different, you just get more meaning when you look all this stuff up. Number 1468 is strong or masterful in a thing. This is temperance. To be strong or masterful in a thing. 1466, the word that is translated in this verse, temperance, means self-control or temperance. So we are to be strong and masterful in our self-control. We've talked about self-control in the past. I think a lot of us have a little bit of self-control, but we're not quite masterful in it. We need to become masterful in our self-control. The next word we're going to look at is patience. This is Strong's number 5281, which again is taken from another strong Greek word, number 1578. Now, 1578, now remember, we're looking at patience, means to remain, to undergo, to bear trials, to have fortitude, and to persevere. Now, 5281, which is translated patience in this verse, means cheerful or hopeful endurance. It means constancy. It's translated enduring, patience, patient, continue waiting. I've heard my pastor translate this is constant, being constantly constant. You don't stop being patient. You keep going. Godliness is number 2150 from number 2152. 2152 means well-reverent, pious, devout, or godly. Number 2150, which is the word translated godliness in this verse, means piety, godliness, holiness. We don't use the word holiness very often, so I looked that up, not in the Strong's, but just in a regular dictionary. And in the dictionary, holiness means dedicated or consecrated to God or a religious purpose. It means sacred. We are to be holy or dedicated, consecrated to God. Yeah, we don't talk about that much in the church anymore. Maybe we should. And then we get to brotherly kindness. Now these two words are taken together in the Greek, number 5360. They're both the same. Brotherly kindness is fraternal affection or love of the brethren. And then we get to the last word, charity. Now this one is super complicated. It's got so many different Greek words. This one is from this one, and this one is related to this one. I'm just going to give you the basics, because this particular word, translated charity, is agape, which in the Greek means love. For instance, affection, benevolence. I like this. A love feast or a feast of charitability. It means dear or love. Now, agape comes from number 25, agapao, A-G-A-P-A-O, which is to love in a social or moral sense, or beloved. And this comes from 5368, which is phileo, which is a whole different Greek word, which means to be a friend of, or to be fond of an individual or an object. For instance, have affection for or a personal attachment. And the way that it's kind of described in the Strong's Concordance, when you're looking at love, agape, agapeo, phileo, it's like there's a comparison between the heart and the head. Did you know you can love somebody with your head? You just think about it, like that's my friend, I like that person. Or you can love from the heart. I've always heard agape described as the love of God, which is a love that gives. Like when God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, Jesus. That love is agape. It's a love that gives. Whereas phileo is more of a friendship love. And in this verse, in 2 Peter 1, verse 7, charity is agape, or the love that gives. So I just wanted to share with you today just these definitions of these words. It just, when you look them up in the original Greek, it helps you to have a more thorough understanding of what these words in the verse mean. And if you don't have a Strong's Concordance, I would encourage you to get one. There's also an app called the Blue Bible that I know Kenneth Copeland uses a lot. I don't use that. I like the old-fashioned paper. I don't know. I just like flipping through the pages. It makes me feel like I'm accomplishing something, I guess. Anyway, just get you a good reference book or books so that you can do your own research. You don't have to take my word on these things. Just do some studying on your own. It'll bless you. I'm telling you, I get excited reading this. I'm flipping through these pages going, oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Oh, this is exciting. Never done it before. I wish I'd started sooner. So I'm encouraging you to go ahead, get started in your studying.